Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do over 350,000 damage per melee with this Titan build, and you can even get that number higher if you have more Titans on your fire team using Banner of War. So let's get into the build here. You're going to be obviously on Berserker Strand Titan, and the big key things are you're using your Frenzied Blade melees, and you're going to be using Aspect's Banner of War, and then also Into the Fray, specifically so you can get the damage resist, which is I believe a 55%, and then also the big part, this is why we're taking it, is when you have Woven Mail, your melee regeneration rate is increased, so it is very helpful. And that is kind of how you can cycle into just basically having melees up at all times to constantly do the cycle. And so fragments to allow us to do that often will be a Thread of Warding, picking up an Orb of Power grants Woven Mail, Thread of Transmutation, while you have Woven Mail, Weapon Final Blows create a Tangle, and then Thread of Fury, damaging targets with a Tangle grants melee energy. I also threw in Thread of Generation just so I can have a grapple melee up often, so I can use 1-2 punch melee with that as well. Maybe as a repositioning tool, whatever, getting back to a boss. I use it during Crota all the time. It's actually really nice when I'm on my Strand Titan, because let me tell you, Banner of War against Crota is nuts. But the build is pretty simple. That's all that's really needed for it. There are some other things that you can use to kind of just, I guess, keep up some more melee energy. You could rock Double Outreach on the Mark. But outside of that, there isn't really much. It's just the fact of using Woven Mail with Into the Fray, and then also Thread of Fury, plus Thread of Transmutation and Thread of Warding to kind of cycle just Woven Mail into Tangles, and then damaging enemies with Tangles creates melee energy, and then also having Woven Mail gives you melee energy. That's pretty much the whole cycle. Obviously the exotic we're running for this will be Syntheseps, which increases melee lunge range and improve melee and super damage when you're surrounded by an absolute chunk. And then also factoring in Tractor Cannon for a 30% debuff, and then a 1-2 punch shotgun to boost the damage just that little bit more. So with all that together, you're able to absolutely delete bosses in the game. I'm kind of hoping they don't nerf this, because I don't really see it being a problem. I think it's kind of a nice support class that can do some good damage. Maybe a little bit of a nerf from maybe like 40% to like 20 or 30 I think is okay. Just Bungie, let us have some fun, please. But anyway guys, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.